Rookie.
Well, when Brisbane-based butcher Jafar answered a call from his mum last Friday, he thought it was just for a quick chat. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Suddenly, things turned to horror as 4 young criminals held his mother at knife point while Jafar stayed on the phone, unable to help. Jafar Al-Haider joins us now from Brisbane. Jafar, thank you so much for joining us. What an absolutely horrifying ordeal. I guess, first of all, how are you and your mum?
I'm good. Mom is very stressed, but it'll take some time for her to heal. Family and friends are very helpful. The neighborhood been very good, but it just needs some time. Yeah.
I can't believe what your neighbourhood and your street have been through. We're looking at some of the vision now.
5 robberies in 1 month. It's just, yeah.
5 robberies in a month.
I'll get onto that in just a second, but we're watching this vision of these guys, these offenders at the moment. What happened, if you can explain?
They came through the back. They saw my mom. She was screaming for help. She was on the phone with me at the same time. And then they went to the front, kicked the door open, came in, put the knife on my mom's throat and start pulling the jewelry out of her hand.
This is so... I mean, we're watching this vision, as Karl said. These guys are coordinated. It's like they knew what they were doing. It's like this has happened before. And for you to be completely helpless on the phone to your mum, I just can't even imagine that.
Unfortunately. I immediately called my neighbor. That's the first thing came in my mind. Called the neighbor. He's the closest person that can help. He came in, Steve, shouts out to him, he's a legend. He came with a baseball bat, tried to, but they were gone by then.
Yeah.
But police came in, but they couldn't do anything.
You're on the phone to your mum, and the last thing is, I mean, where does the phone call finish? And what is going through your head right at that point?
I honestly thought she was gonna have a heart attack because of the way she was breathing. It was very high. So I had to disconnect the call and call the neighbor, and then call her back again, and then call the police. So it was very stressful. I hope nobody goes through this, but yeah, it's unfortunately very, very stressful.
And this is the thing, I mean, we know that your mum was absolutely terrified. She said this is worse than anything she's experienced back home where she fled, you know, this kind of violence. And that says a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately. And when I spoke with the police, it's the blame game. The police says the judges are not doing enough. The judges say this is the law, we have to go by the law. The government have to change the rules. The justice system, it's just, they're blaming each other. And what's in the end? People are being terrorized in their own homes. We can't sleep safe at home 5 times in a month. I mean, what else? When is the government going to step in and do something? Who's running the show here? Is it the teenage kids or the actual government? Who's running the show? Surely it's not the government. They're not doing much about it.
That's the definition of sheer terror. Having someone hold a knife to your mother's throat. And it's happened 5 times in the one street. Andrea Crothers, our reporter...
in one of the safest countries in the world.
Our reporter, Andrea Crothers, said... She said it right. What's happening in your street is a microcosm of what's happening across Queensland. Do you have any feeling of safety? Do you have any feeling of confidence?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I lost faith in the government. If they can't keep the streets safe, how are they going to keep their borders safe from future invasion, foreign invasion? They can't keep streets. They can't keep these teenagers safe. It's unreal. They can't gain control over teenagers.
And the worst part is it comes down to people like you, Jafar. You've had to increase the security around your house. Your mum's too scared to leave the house.
Yeah, she's traumatized. Family's been very helpful, but there's only so much we can do. We all have jobs. And we have to do work, you know. It's not just we can leave work and come home. I've been cutting some time off work just to spend more time with her, same with my brothers. But unfortunately, it's the government needs to step in and do something about it.
Look, we're so sorry.
Dragging for too long.
We're so sorry that you've had to go through this. And looking at the vision of your mum, our heart breaks for her and the trauma that she's experiencing. We appreciate you being on the show. We just keep fighting for more, don't we? Good on you. Thank you so much. Go well.
Yeah, something needs to
Yeah,
change,
thank you.
doesn't it?
Oh, still every day we say
Every
that.
day. Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Karl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Karl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?